Hi, my name is EJ Massa. Do you know what it is to live deliciously? And no, I'm not talking about the secrets that are whispered to you by an evil goat. I'm talking about beef jerky. Making it, eating it. If there's any time that makes me want to eat beef jerky, it's this pandemic time. This is why I look the way I do. This is my COVID beard. This is my COVID hair. I apologize for my appearance. This will certainly date this episode. Unless the apocalypse keeps going on, then this is who I am now. And I'll only get worse. In my recent review of the Spider-22 pellet grill attachment for the Weber kettle, I mentioned I made beef jerky. Well, how about I detail the process? How about I do that? I started off with 2 pounds of top round beef I got from Costco. You don't want much fat on the meat, so you'll want to use lean meat like top round, bottom round, and eye of round. Round? I like my women like I like my meat. Made out of dead cow pieces. Oh, hey there, Missy. You come here often? I put it in the freezer for about an hour to firm up so that I can easily cut it into thinner strips. I also trimmed off any fat on the outside. I got this teriyaki marinade from a local butcher shop. It's called Mr. C's, and it's the hot version, but it's hardly spicy at all. Maybe just a little zest, that's about it. I decided to sweeten it up with a few squeezes of honey and mixed it all around. I like a little sweetness in my jerky, and my meat in general, if you couldn't tell by the 1,000 videos about baby back ribs I've done. I put all the meat slices in a freezer bag and poured in the marinade, making sure to massage it into all the nooks and crannies. I then put it in my fridge for about 8 hours, turning it every few hours. When it's time to smoke the meat, I got out some wire racks and put them on some cookie sheets. This way it'll catch all the drips when I transport it to the smoker. I laid out all the meat, making sure to keep some space in between all of them so that they dry out nicely, and because it's good to have some social distancing etiquette. I painted on a little more marinade for extra flavor, and then they're ready for the smoker. Speaking of smoker, yep, I'm going to be using that Spider-22 attachment on the Weber kettle grill. It was just laughably easy to set it to that 175 degree Fahrenheit setting and just let it go. So I'm going to use it again here. For pellets, I'm going to be using the Lumberjack Competition blend, which has a nice sweet cherry wood flavor to it, which I think will go nicely with the marinade. Put the deflection plate in, the grate, and added in the Spider-22's probe, which from my other experiments is pretty accurate. Plugged it into the console and set it up to the smoke setting, which is around 175 degrees Fahrenheit. I let that come up to temperature. I don't usually respond to comments in my videos, but I feel like I have to address something. Somebody recently gave me crap for using the term bad boy to refer to food I was about to cook. Time to carve this bad boy up. Apparently, other famous YouTubers also use the term bad boy when they're cooking.
Just gonna add a little bit of oil and pop those bad boys right in there.
But I'll have you know, I feel completely justified in calling them bad boys because what you don't know is that all of the food I cook, all of the animals that I cook, they're just despicable sinners. And they deserve it. And I feel that I'm actually being generous in referring to them as bad boys. And with that being said, with the grill ready, let's throw these bad boys on and see how these bad boys turn out. I bet these bad boys will be delicious. Bad boys. What you gonna do? So I put the wire rack of meat pieces directly on the grill grate, and since I have 2 racks, I added more space by using the very handy upper deck accessory, which I believe is a necessity if you have a Weber kettle, especially, for party situations, or if you have a slow and sear. It adds more grilling real estate. Close the lid and, you know what, I went about my day. That's the beauty of a pellet grill. I'm aiming for about a 4-hour cook. That'll make a good jerky that still has a bit of chew. If you're actually cooking to preserve, you'll probably want to cook longer, to get more of the water out. But I like a little bit of chew in my jerky, so I'll just throw them in the fridge and eat them over the course of the week. So I don't have to worry about them spoiling because of my uncontrollable gluttony. About 2 hours in, I decided to add a little more of the leftover marinade to glaze on a little more flavor. And I've said it before, I think I'm doing my neighborhood a service by providing good smells And quite frankly, they should pay me. And speaking of good smells, I doubled up with my Weber Jumbo Joe. Had a little Weber party. You know? I don't have a problem. Let's see what I'm cooking for dinner. Oh, it's some wonderful coriander chicken, as seen in my EJ Cooks about coriander chicken. I bet it's gonna be tasty. I checked the chicken's temp to see if... Oh, wait, wrong food. I'm cooking another thing in this video. Focus, EJ, focus! 4 hours in total and they look perfect to me. Sweet and salty little nuggets to stave away hunger. Yeah, these are done to my perfect preference. Gently smoky, sweet, the right amount of chew. Even though that marinade is labeled hot, it's just a tiny bit of red pepper kick. Nothing crazy. A perfect treat for the apocalypse. That is, if Costco will still sell me meat because of all the meat shortages. Don't they know I have a YouTube channel to update? Are they trying to ruin me? So what are you guys cooking nowadays? Now that you're staying home all the time? I'm certainly going stir crazy, and I could use, a new perspective, some new ideas, and I'm open to them. So let me know in the comments. I noticed from my Facebook feed that a lot of people are getting into bread making. And I just want to point out that I was baking bread before it was COVID cool. Anyways, I hope you're staying safe and staying healthy. Until next time, bye.